all day, baby.
There's Hurts. He's back. He is floating the football. It is caught. Touchdown to Alshon Jeffrey.
Keep it up, Bubba. Keep playing. Keep playing. Hey, keep balling, dude. Hell yeah. Good to see you too, bro. I got to give you my number, too. Hell yeah. Keep changing up on me. I know.
Let's get to our Hall of Famer. It's time for Kurt Warner's Top 3 presented by Volvo. And Kurt, I think I'm still recovering a little bit from all the quarterback sagas. But you know what? Let's go. What are your Week 15 top 3 quarterback storylines to watch?
Well, MJ, this is what I love about this time of year is because you have great storylines, but then there's always a secondary storyline because they all have to do with playoffs and playoff seeding. So number 3 is going to be Tua against Belichick. Obviously we know that Miami's still in the playoff mix right now, but lost a game last week. Every game is so important to them, and Belichick against rookie quarterbacks, it usually falls in the favor of the Patriots. So this is going to be a great challenge for this young man to really get a gauge on where he's at this point in his career, and most importantly, they've got to find a way to get a win. Number 2 on my list, Kirk Cousins against this Bears defense. Now, he had struggled against this Bears defense until earlier in this year, where he got his first win against the Bears as part of the Minnesota Vikings. But once again, Bears and Vikings, one game out of the playoff mix right now. A vital game for both of these teams. Can Kirk Cousins step up once again against this team that's given him so much problem and get a big win for his team and get them back in playoff contention? And then number 1 on my list is that Taysom Hill has done a great job in relief of Drew Brees. Stubbed his toe a little bit last week against the Eagles. Oh, now you got to prove yourself in a game that is a must-win for them if they want to try to hold serve and get a chance for that number 1 seed in the NFC. And you got to go against Patrick Mahomes. And I know as quarterbacks, we always want to talk about, hey, you play against the other team's defense. Well, that's not always the case. You always know who is on the other sideline. Taysom Hill, you know who's over there. The best quarterback in the league that can score in any moment. So you want to prove to your guys, your organization, that you can be the player that they want you to be in the future and possibly the heir apparent to Drew Brees. Well, go show us against the best quarterback in the National Football League in Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, Taysom Hill didn't just get the memo on that. They put a big old neon sign in his locker, I'm sure. He's going to get ready for them. Huge test for him. But I think Coach Payne's going to have a few tricks up his sleeve as well in this one. I'm going to settle in for what's potentially a little coronary on Sunday. But before that, I will be watching you and the rest of the Game Day Morning Crew on Sunday, 9 a.m. Eastern, right here on the NFL Network.
Snap A-Rod out of the shotgun. Throws right side, back shoulder. Oh, Devontae's got it. Slips by one man. Cuts left to the 30, to the 20. He's going to go all the way. Touchdown, Green Bay. 56 yards.
Wayne, can you say run after the catch?
Whoa, I guess.
Devontae Adams made Deron Harmon just look sick in the open field.
Not sure what plans you would make on Saturday after watching that. The NFL is coming to Saturday with a special doubleheader you can only see right here on NFL Network. First, Josh Allen and the Bills versus Melvin Gordon and the Broncos. Then Teddy B and the Panthers go up against Aaron and the Packers. The playoff push, you know it's on. The NFL Network Saturday doubleheader starts at 4:30 p.m. only on NFL Network. James Jones coming through back with me. And my friend, as soon as you get in here, let's talk about how we haven't done this in a minute. And we're talking about your favorite topic, Green Bay, of course, because Aaron Rodgers is playing at level expert. That offense absolutely clicking right now. Will the Packers hold on to that number 1 seed in the NFC, JJ?
Come on, MJ. Absolutely, they're going to hold on to this number 1 seed. And the reason why I say that is because 12. Aaron Rodgers is playing at an extremely high level. MVP level. I'm telling you, every time I'm watching the game and I'm sitting at home watching the game and I hear Aaron Rodgers say, Green 19, the height, I feel like he is going to make the right play. The ball in his hands, he is going to make the right play. And I don't know if there's a defense out there right now with the way Aaron Rodgers is playing, the zone that Aaron Rodgers is in, that can stop him. And with that being said, the best player on the field is your quarterback, and he's playing at an MVP level. You absolutely are going to be able to hold off the Saints or anybody trying to come up and get this #1 seed. But I will say this. I am a little nervous for next week. I do want to see the Tennessee Titans and the Green Bay Packers match up, because what is the Green Bay Packers weak at? Run defense. What is the Tennessee Titans good at? Running the football down your throat. So that's a game I'm excited about. But Aaron Rodgers, ball in his hands, when I hear that green 19, hey, he going to make the right play, #1 seed, everything coming through Lambeau.
You do a real good Aaron Rodgers impression there, JJ. It's like you've heard it a few times or 100.
Just a little bit.
JJ, let's note real quick, though, that in the NFC, the main contenders, except for Seattle, of course, they all play in warm weather or in domes. So this year, more so than any other, the road to the Super Bowl could run through the frozen tundra that is Green Bay. That, my friend,
Get your turtlenecks ready.
Okay, that's why he's been rocking the turtlenecks. He's foreshadowing here. That could be a huge advantage for your Packers. Thank you, JJ. As for that first game of the doubleheader on Saturday, let's turn to the AFC playoff picture. The Bills are the 3 seed right now as they head into this Week 15 matchup versus the Broncos. A winnable game in theory, right, for Josh Allen and company. But let's take a look at the clinching scenarios for Buffalo. So the Bills can clinch their first AFC East title since 1995 with a win or a Dolphins loss in Week 15. But if neither of those scenarios play out, the Bills can still clinch a playoff berth with the Ravens' loss to the Jaguars on Sunday. So for more on the Bills-Broncos matchup, here's PFF's George Chihuris.
Have the Bills earned the right to be the second best team in the AFC? They waned down the stretch last season, but this year they have started their final push to the playoffs with a season-defining win against the Steelers on Sunday Night Football. To keep it going, they will have to beat the teams that they are supposed to beat, and that first test will come straight away with a matchup against the Broncos, hoping to build towards the future and a decision looming on whether Drew Lock is going to be their quarterback going forward. The Bills of 2020 are a brand new team, and the biggest reason is the transformation of Josh Allen. Allen was the least accurate quarterback in the NFL over his first 2 seasons. More than 26% of his throws were charted as uncatchable. But this year, he ranks 4th in that metric with a 10% improvement, the biggest jump of any quarterback in the league. The addition of Stephon Diggs does not hurt that one bit. Diggs was underutilized in a Vikings run-first offense and now has been unleashed in the Bills' passing attack. The Bills throw the ball at the 3rd highest rate on 1st and 2nd downs. Diggs is feasting. He leads the NFL with 43 receptions against single coverage this season. To stay close with the Bills, Denver is going to need Drew Lock to make a jump in his play similar to what we've seen from Josh Allen. Lock earned his best PFF grade of the season this past week against the Panthers, but overall, he has struggled with decision-making, notching 19 turnover-worthy plays, the 3rd most among all quarterbacks, despite missing a few games with a shoulder injury. Consistently giving the always open Jerry Jeudy a chance to make plays could give the Broncos the opportunity to keep up with Allen, Diggs, and those Bills. That said, Buffalo is the far superior team, and PFF gives them a 70% chance to win this game and keep on rolling towards a home playoff game.
All right, take in these headshots for 1 second here, because streaming right now is the latest episode of the Total Access, The Locker Room podcast. It features Super Bowl champs Michael Robinson and Coach Brian Billick. New episodes drop every Wednesday and Friday. You can find them on Apple, Spotify, and all your favorite places to find podcasts. Today's special guest is Hall of Fame running back LaDainian Tomlinson.
This is Total Access, The Locker Room.
The kids that used to go out and play running back, guess what they're playing? Wide receiver. Because the wide receivers are the one that they see getting paid. You know, everybody talks about the running backs don't get paid no more. They're devalued. Why in the heck, as a father or parent, I want my kid to play running back today? Why would I? You know, I want him to play wide receiver.
That's a good point. I never thought of that.
Let him go.
Total Access, The Locker Room, every Wednesday and Friday on Apple and Spotify.
And they are not